You're listening to African Voices Radio, the David Adodo Show.
First let me say to you, I cannot wait to see you. You are the treasure I've been waiting for. Do you know how much I really need you? I dey pray for the day when I can finally kiss you. You know say every day I dey pray for you. Oh, in my heart today's a permanent place for you. That's why my heart it a beat like do Cause now you I choose, so I am fair, me I am fair. I sing for you wanna be like do baby now you I go pick up, I am fair, me I am fair. But there we go. See I may not give the world to you, but I'll give you what I have. That's why my heart it a beat like do Cause now you I choose, so I am fair, me I am fair. I sing for you wanna be like do baby now you I go pick up, I am fair, me I am fair. Only for you it a be like.
If it's 8 o'clock in Nigeria, it must be time for African Voices Radio, the David Adodo Show. African Voices Radio, the David Adodo Show, is about news, culture, Afrobeats, music, and so much more. African Voices Radio, the David Adodo Show, is the voice of Africa, and we'd love to hear from you. So give us a call. You can call us right now to be a part of the conversation at 1-844-404-7200. That's 1-844-404-7200. And you can call toll free from Africa right now and be a part of the discussion. And without further ado, the gang is all here. Our guests are here, and we are ready to start this conversation. So let's give a warm welcome for the Prince of Africa as well as United States of America, Prince Tunde Phillips. I think he's on mute, Charles.
How you doing, Jason?
That's the king there.
That's right. Thank you for that warm introduction. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Tunde Phillips. Welcome to the David Adodo Show on African Voices Radio. I hope everybody is doing fine. Brother Charles, how's it going? How was your week?
Oh, wonderful. So far, so good, brother. I'm at least my being jealous is working a little bit with somebody being called king, man. So, so I think I was the one that was basically dressing up so that he can start calling me king. But it's okay. I'm doing good, my brother. Hi, Jason. How you doing?
All right. I mean, you would accept the title as Prince Charles, right? I mean,
there you go.
You know.
No, I'm waiting for that money yet, so that I can use it to do the crown. I have to do the crown. You know.
That's good. Good to see you, brother Charles. Good to see you. On today's show, we have two guests. We have Mr. Rotimi Oyekomi of the Yoruba Alliance. He's going to be joining. He's on right now, but we seem like we only have audio. We don't have visual of him. Oh, there you go. Mr.
There you go.
Good to see you.
How are you doing?
We're very well, thank you. Good to see you.
That's good.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
We're also going to have Mr. Kola Ogunkola, the Bedu music master, is also going to join us. Mr. Ogunkola is opening the Bedu Music Village in Lagos, Lekki, tomorrow. So it might be a little bit tied up, but it's going to join us because it's going to be a huge event in Lagos tomorrow. But he'll be joining us as the program progresses. So as usual, welcome again to the show to all our listeners and viewers. My name is Tunde Phillips. We usually start off the show with what's going on here in the United States. It's still the issue of the coronavirus. Well, we're making progress. The unvaccinated people are beginning to get vaccinated, and it seems like it's helping. According to the president, we had almost 1 million people vaccinated on Friday, I believe it was. So we're making progress. So please, there are so many conspiracy theorists out there. There are so many people out there saying don't get vaccinated. The vaccine is not good for you. Please do not listen to them. Get vaccinated, especially now that we have this Delta, this Delta brand of the coronavirus surging everywhere. Florida is just terrible, and I'm not surprised Florida is the way it is because, of course, the governor in Florida there, he doesn't, give a damn about masks or the coronavirus or vaccination and all that kind of stuff. It's not.
I mean, call it out as it is. It's another
sorry?
conservative state. Call it out as it is. It's the conservative
Exactly.
states that seem to have issues.
I didn't want to go, but what they don't understand is they're killing people. Being conservative, it is a public health issue. Being conservative don't mean that people have to die. You can't have mask mandates in schools. Kids are about to go to school. Innocent children are about to go to school. They're going to contract this virus. They're going to die. And then you come out like a big man. Maybe that makes him feel big. I don't understand. Maybe that makes him feel like, yeah, I got control. But you got control. You're a big man. When the journalists approach you, the CNN journalists approach you, you run into you could not wait to get into your SUV to drive off. Come on now. Kids are going to school. We need this mask. Florida is terrible. It's real bad. The coronavirus is spreading. And yet, because of the attitude of the governor, the people are just not, they're hesitant to take the vaccine. That does not make you a big man. That doesn't make you a smart person. That does not make. I don't know what the point is trying to prove. That it's a conservative state, so people should die because I live in a conservative state. It doesn't make any sense. So please beware of the information you get out there. The best defense we have right now against this Delta variant is to get vaccinated. Please get vaccinated. Give yourself a chance. People that are vaccinated do not. They not get to the point of going to the ICU and they're not dying. But even though you contract it after your vaccination, you still have a chance. But when you're not vaccinated and then you contract the Delta variant, hey, you don't have any immunity. We have seen on TV times and times over and over, people that resisted the vaccine initially, regretting that they did so. People that, denied the vaccine that, I'm not going to take it. They hesitated. They contracted the virus. Some of them are in the ICU and wishing they got the vaccine. What more do you need? What more do you want to see? People are dying every day. Come on. Give yourself a fighting chance. Leave. For those that want to die, they don't care about the vaccine. I don't have a problem with that. The only issue is that you can take me along with you and I'm not ready to go. Because when you contract the vaccine and you spread it to somebody else, you put that person at risk. As soon as they tell them to take the vaccine, everybody suddenly becomes a doctor or a lawyer. It's my right. It's my body. Yes, it is. I don't question that. But it is a public health situation. It affects everybody. Our children will go to school in 2 or 3 weeks. I know Prince George's County has said all children must mask up. Montgomery County, the same thing. But it doesn't have to come to that. We don't have to fight and debate all this. I guess that's what makes America great. There are different opinions and everybody has to air their opinion. Everybody has to say something. But when it comes to public health, please, let's take it seriously. It is no joke. It is no joke. People are dying. People are in the hospitals. The hospitals are beginning to complain that they are overwhelmed again, and it's not stopping. And this particular variant can spread up to 8-9 people. The previous variant can only get to 2 or 3 people. This one can get to 8 to 9 people just by one exposure. So why do you want to wait? Why risk your health? So please go out there, get vaccinated. Give yourself a chance. I spoke to somebody and he told me, I'm covered with the blood of Jesus. We are all covered with the blood of Jesus. Get that vaccine. Get vaccinated. Get vaccinated. And then, heaven, they say, help those who help themselves. Yep. And I have a couple of people that are saying for religious reasons, they don't want to get the vaccine. I don't know what religion's got to do with the vaccine. It's just like you driving your car, you put your seatbelt. Why did you say religion say don't put your seatbelt? Then you run into an accident. That seatbelt might be what saves your life. It's the same thing with this vaccine. Get your vaccine. You don't drive a car without a brake and say for religious reason, I will drive my car without no brake. If that brake fails, you're gone, regardless of what religion you have. Get the vaccine. We need this vaccine to stay alive. Please, let's save people. It's not just for yourself or for family members. You have mothers, you have kids, you have parents, you have uncles, you have friends. Let's get this vaccine. The quicker we get vaccinated, the quicker we get back to normal. The quicker we go back to living our lives the way we used to live our life. But, with all these arguments going back and forth, scientists are talking about us getting the booster because this is a virus that thrives in the winter months. If we are in the summer and it's thriving right now, the way it's thriving, you can imagine what it's going to do in the winter. So they're beginning to talk about, getting booster shots and stuff like that. I hope we come to that point where we get this booster shot and get ourselves prepared for the winter. Get the vaccine. And if you're a doctor or you're a nurse, you work in the healthcare industry and you are resisting the vaccine, I don't know what to tell you or what to say to you. You are the same person who treats the people that are sick. You are the same person who say you are overwhelmed. You go in the ICU, you see people die from this virus, and yet you are refusing to get the vaccine. That should be a no-brainer. It should be a no-brainer. You know the side effects of everything. You are a healthcare worker. I feel very unsafe if I have to come to you for treatment and you are not vaccinated and you're a healthcare worker. You're supposed to take care of me when I'm sick. It's just ridiculous. I don't know what else to say about it, but to keep encouraging people to get vaccinated. Yes, Mr. Charles.
Yes, Tunde. Like you just rightly said, you don't know what else to say about this. But I think we've come to a point. I don't know if I should say this, but I'm going to go out of limb to say this. The next thing that we're going to develop, the next thing now they're going to develop is vaccine for stupidity. That will be the next thing that they're going to develop because all these people at this point, we should be giving them those vaccines. Since they don't want to get the one for corona, we should be giving them stupidity vaccine so that maybe that one, they will enjoy that one. There's nothing else to say. I mean, they've given you, they offered you everything. They offered you beer, they offered you free ride. I mean, and for those that have taken this vaccine for over how many months now? Since January? Let me use Trump. That we know that he did his own, I think January 14 or something, a couple of days before. He's still alive. So he's not dead yet. So these people are seeing him that he's not dead. What are they still waiting? I mean, exactly. When are we going to get back to normal life? Very soon, a lot of states are talking about bringing back all those restrictions that, that were relaxed a couple of months ago because of these people that are very, I mean, I won't say they're stupid, but come on, what else? What else can we say that are so claimed to be wise or whatever, smart? It's because of them that all these things are coming back. I mean, the data is there. Why don't these people believe in facts? The facts before January, before everyone was taking these things, we know the number of people that get infected every day. 2 or 3 months down the line, some of the people are getting these shots. The numbers was going down. Now nobody's taking any shots anymore. The numbers are going up. I don't know what else they expect. I mean, I don't mean to say that they're stupid, but we're gonna start cracking a joke out of this thing because, hey, like I said, I don't feel sorry. You see a lot of stories. People are regretting. Some people are saying, I told my sister this, blah, blah, blah. Now my sister is dead with pregnancy, killed by COVID. If he has taken that shot, who knows? So if you don't want to give yourself a chance, I'm not saying, but we're still begging, please give yourself a chance, please.
Exactly. Thank you, Mr. Charles.
Yeah, if I could say something really quick, I think what's important to understand is is that the shot may save your life and may save someone else in the process. They're finding that the majority of folks that are getting sick with the Delta variant that have been vaccinated are seeing less severe symptoms. So they're not having to be put on a ventilator. They're not having to have tubes stuck down their lungs, to drain their lungs out. They don't have to go through these complications that non-inoculated people are going through. So, and we're also finding that if you're not inoculated, those who are inoculated, those who do have the vaccination, are still going to spread it to you. So they're going to catch the Delta variant. They're not going to get as sick. They're not going to have to be hospitalized. But you, who may be unvaccinated, may become terminally ill, even to the point of death. So it's important that we all do our duty and our responsibility to each other and go out there and just get one of the shots. I don't care if you only get the Johnson & Johnson one shot or you get the Pfizer or the Moderna. They are available now. It's easy to make appointments at your local pharmacy, at your local doctor. There are still pop-up clinics that are around. Get you the shot. Do the right thing for the sake of humanity. That's all I wanted to add.
Yes, thank you so much, Mr. Jason, for that plea. That's all we're all saying. Do the right thing, get your shot. So I want to quickly give a shout out to someone, to Miss Cori Bush from Missouri. She's a member of the House of Representatives. She's a Democrat. She has staged a sleepover. She slept on the step of the Capitol, to bring attention to her members that the eviction moratorium ends at midnight today. This moratorium was put in place because of the COVID, when the COVID was at its peak, so that the landlords and mortgage company and all that cannot evict anybody. But guess what? COVID is still here. Delta is raging everywhere. The moratorium is about to expire at midnight, and members of the House went on break. They left. These people that are going to be evicted are the same people that will vote for you. The people that are getting evicted starting Monday or tomorrow, whenever, or next week, are the same people that are going to vote for you when it's time to vote. So I want to give a shout out to Representative Cori Bush for what she did, and her friend, Senator Elizabeth Warren, for what they did yesterday, trying to bring attention to the fact that this needs to be done. It ends at midnight today. Right now it's 3:20. We still have time before midnight. It ends at midnight. So a good, kudos to Representative Cori Bush. Thank you so much for your effort. And Senator Elizabeth Warren, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for your effort. And for every other person that's a part of it that I did not mention their name, we appreciate you and thank you for your effort. Because we're looking at 11.4 people being evicted, once this moratorium goes down. And we don't want that to happen. You can imagine with the Delta variant surging, people getting evicted, it's going to spread them more. You understand what I'm saying? That's chaos right there. That is chaos. So we're looking at this. We need to do something. I mean, they need to do something before midnight to make sure it doesn't happen. Because if it happens and then we start reacting, it might be too late. People are going to lose their lives. So please, we're still keeping our fingers crossed and hopefully something will be done before midnight. Yes, Brother Charles.
Yes, it goes back to what we are saying about everybody getting shot. Can you imagine? We'll probably at this point, we may not have been going through this, this expiring eviction date if everybody have tried to get their shot.
Correct.
By now, that's the thing we keep, when people are not doing the right thing, then things keep not, kind of circling around. It's not going to get away. If we don't do the right thing, all these problems we had during the COVID will continue to exist. By now, if everybody have done what they're supposed to do by taking these shots, all this monetary extension and all this we're talking about, probably people won't be worried about it, because by now everybody will be talking about going back to normal life, going back to work. you know. But so this goes back to people, please, for those that are still, for whatever, use some of this reason. Even if it's not about you, please think about your neighbor. Think about other people. This is the effect. This is the effect. This is the effect of not taking the shots.
Yes, rightly said, Brother Charles, rightly said. Before we go on to our guest, I quickly want to also, this is on a sad note, unfortunately. I understand that from Nollywood in Nigeria, we lost Miss Rachel Oniga. She's a very talented actress. You see her most movies. She died this morning. It was a very sad news when I heard it. I could not believe it, you know, that I had to pinch myself again. That what did you just say? Who died? You know? And aside from that, we also lost Dr. Ayodele Adeshino. That was like 2 weeks ago, also from Nollywood. Then we also lost Biodun Alija, also from Nollywood, almost about a month ago. So I do not know what is going on with Nollywood. You know, people need to see doctors, get checked out, even when you're feeling fine and everything is working out for you. Get checked out. I know that people in Nigeria don't go to see doctors a lot, you know, so but please get checked out. You know, yes, Attorney Abbas. So, but that's where we are right now. So I want to. It is sad. These are 3 people that we have lost. Don't know what else is going to happen. But please, take care of yourself. Health is very important. Health is wealth. You know, health is wealth. So on that note, don't want to leave a sad note on your mouth. I want to welcome Mr. Rotimi Oyekomi. Mr. Oyekomi, good evening and welcome to the show.
Good evening. Thank you.
How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing great.
I like your feel. I look like you're going to borrow.
Yes, I agree though.
Thank you, and
at the end of the show.
And also thank you for the topic of the day, which is the vaccine. I'm following closely what everybody's contribution is, and one other thing I always add to the vaccine is that unlike bacteria that you can kill with an antibiotics, unfortunately, viruses cannot be exterminated by antibiotics. It has to be vaccine. It has to be the antibodies that the body system creates and fights it. So it's an antigen-antibody interaction that can exterminate it. So it's not something you get ill or sick of a virus and then you quickly go to the hospital and then they give you a drug product and that's it. No, that's how you treat anything that has a fungal infection or maybe bacterial infection. For virus infection, unfortunately, no. So that's what I always tell people, that it's better to have the vaccine. The vaccine is just like you have a house and then you have soldiers in the house. Now, if enemy comes in, they are ready to fight the enemy because you have them in the house. As against when the enemy comes and then you are looking for someone to come and defend you. So that is just the simple analogy of a vaccine, because it's in your body. It's not as if it's going to do anything to you. It's just staying there, waiting for anything that looks like that thing attack you. Then it will just attack it in return. It's as simple as that. So you have nothing to lose. So that's what I always tell people, that not getting it is at times is ignorance also, because if you are ignorant is the biggest thing that can occur to one. And then you are now reactive. You know, getting a vaccine is being proactive. You know, not getting it is trying to get reactive when it comes. It's as simple as that. Thank you. That's just my little 5 cents.
Thank you so much, Mr. Oyekomi. I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah. So, Mr. Oyekomi is from Yoruba Alliance. So tell me, I'm a novice. What is Yoruba Alliance?
All right. As the name, as you can understand from the name, the word alliance will tell you that some people are coming together. Something is coming together. So Yoruba Alliance is just another name for a group of indigenous people coming together under different ethnic, under different umbrella to do things in common. And then the Yoruba Alliance now says, rather than you do things separately, why can't you come together and do it and form that synergy so that you can achieve more? So we have different ethnic groups in the Yoruba land. We have the Jebus, we have the Egbas, we have the Jeshas, we have the Ibadan, and so on and so forth. And we have all these people in Maryland, DC, and Virginia have their meetings, have their gatherings, have their interactions. But sometime in 1996, one other organization called Ishokona felt that why can't we invite all these silos to come and have one joint event? So in 1996, they had this thing called the picnic. And they invited all these groups. And I'm talking about 12 different groups that are been operating individually. So when they came together, they were able to assemble more than 6,000 people. And I mean 6,000 people.
Wow.
Came under the, yes. So they now had what was called the biggest event ever. So that was now, after that, the individual groups now felt that we should now come together under an umbrella so that we can now start doing things, even though we'll still be doing things individually as we are. However, we can still form that synergy and do greater things. So that is when in 1996, they now formed what is now today known as the Alliance of Yoruba Organizations and Clubs, which for short is called Yoruba Alliance.
Oh, that's interesting. So do I have to be a Yoruba to be part of the alliance? Say if I'm from Delta or I'm from Kaduna, can I be part of the alliance as well? Or I have to be a Yoruba person?
Okay, very good. The activities that we normally have does not differentiate who comes from where. It's just that for you to be a member of the Yoruba Alliance, you have to come from your local chapter. In other words, you have to either be an Ibadan man attending Ibadan Progressive Association's meeting, or you probably be an Egba man attending Egba Yowa Descendant Association's meeting. And all these chapters are the individual chapters, entities that form the alliance. So individual cannot come in and say, I want to be an alliance member. No, you have to actually come in through these clubs and association that you belong to, because it's a non-profit, non-religious, non-political organization registered as a 501(c) here in Maryland, DC. So that's why we are, that's how we're formed. But if we're having like an occasion, like we're having the festival and some other things, a lot of people come together. So the intent is to interact with people far and near and to share and, our culture. So that's the primary motive behind it. So everybody is always welcome at our events.
Okay, Mr. Rotimi, thank you very much. There's something that he just said that really struck my mind. I wanted to ask you, because I'm sure before you guys make that rule, a lot of people probably try to bypass, because, human beings being what we are, especially from that part of the world, individually sometimes would think we're bigger than other people. So have you guys have people that try not to belong locally, but wants to belong to the ones that brings everybody together? I mean, you guys have a lot of people that try to do that, but the fact that you guys have written in your laws that before you can join the Yoruba Nation, you have to be a member of the local. And that's something that really strikes me, because knowing people, I don't know how you guys come up with that, but I can believe that a lot of people have tried to ignore their local people, their local members, and then try to jump in and become a member of Yoruba Nation. But my question being, have you guys have a lot of people that try to do that before you guys, decide to come up with this rule?
Absolutely. What our motto is saying, together we can do it together. Like Abiola of blessed memory said one time, he said, there's no way you can be as intelligent as to clap with just one hand. I don't see how intelligent you are. You cannot. It will not. You need the other hand. So that's why we need ourselves. We need ourselves. You see, I have discovered, and we have discovered, that individually we are successful, but collectively we are not. And life is not about personal gratification. It's about generational affectation. So how do you affect people with who you are, with what you are? And we just believe that that's why most other people are more successful, because when you do things in unison, you share the risk, you come up with different ideas, and then you move mountains, because what an individual cannot do, several other people might be able to do it effortlessly. So that's why most of the time, some people who and think about it, when we are far away from our home country, and when you have a need, or you want to celebrate, or you need something to do, and you need the crowd, you probably want to go first to your immediate circle of influence, which of course might be your townspeople or your church and some other things. Hardly do you find people, especially we from that part of the country, the world, have most people from our place of work attend our functions. Most of them were just casual friends that we have that they don't even know us that much. But more than likely, people that are from your native country will be the one that will be in their numbers when you are having a celebration. So it's very important to, even if you are not active, just be part of your
just join. Yes.
Just join. You might, you understand. So that's why we encourage people. And that's one of the things we want to achieve by this festival that is coming up.
Tunde, unmute yourself.
While we were talking, Attorney Abbas came on. Good evening, Attorney Abbas. How are you doing, sir?
It's muted also.
I do not know if you can hear me. You're muted if you can hear me. But I just wanted to acknowledge your presence, that you were here. So aside from the, Mr. Ye, coming back to you, aside from the annual picnic that is coming up in August, I believe it's August 14th.
14th, yeah.
Yes, that's coming up August 14th. Are there other activities that the Alliance also do, in the year? Just the picnic is just the main thing, and and that's it, and then we'll begin next year for another picnic?
No, actually, we have 3 main signature events that we normally do every year. That is not talking about other things that we do. The first one we do at the beginning, at the fourth quarter of the year, is what we call the prayer day. As a matter of fact, we are partnership with the embassy. When anytime they constitute a new executive, the first thing we do is to visit the embassy, because we believe that charity begins at home. So you have to know who you are. It's just like you're checking for somebody. Who is this? Where do you go first? You check that person on the website. You want to know who he is. So what we normally do is to, have a relationship with the embassy, and and then invite and then have what we call the prayer day. We normally have prayer day, which is always in the March of every year. And the ambassador at the time is always invited to come and, witness this. And then we have different faith initiatives come together to pray for Nigeria. It's not just Christian, Muslim, any part come together. So we did that during the current dispensation. We had it. And yes, we've not had anyone after that time, but that's one of the events we do. We call it the prayer day. And then we invite the NTA, because we have NTA here attached to the embassy, to cover it so that they can send the message across to Nigeria. Then we have the festival, which I just mentioned. And of course, we have the Alliance Night. The Alliance Night is an evening where we recognize most Nigerians and, of course, most Yorubas who have distinguished themselves in different careers and fields of their endeavor. We recognize them and most of them honorees. We call them honorees. So that event is where we always recognize most Yoruba sons and daughters that are doing great here in the diaspora. And when we are making the selection, it's always a tough selection because all the people or all the chapters that constitute the alliance will have nominations. And then we scrutinize most of these people to know exactly how they've been able to impact their societies and project our image. And we now scale it down to, few individuals that we want to give the award. And that's how we recognize them. So today we have 4 members of the board of directors of the Yoruba Alliance. And at one point in time, these people were honorees, which were gotten from this same process I just mentioned before they became members of the board of directors. So that's how we have been working things along right from inception.
Oh, that's very good. So, Attorney Abbas, we're just going on, said he's going to be leaving us soon. I do not know if you can hear me. Attorney Abbas, can you hear me?
It's muted. He has to unmute himself.
Attorney Abbas, can you unmute yourself? Well, we're going to go on without. Okay.
Oh, yeah, you're muted.
Can you hear me, Attorney Abbas?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear.
Yes, I wanted to give you an opportunity to say
I can hear you loud and clear.
Great. I wanted to give you the opportunity to say 1 or 2 things before you leave us this evening. Our guest today is Mr. Rotimi Oyekanmi. He's the chairman of the Yoruba Alliance, and it's a non-political group. They are set up for the progress of Yorubas, recognize Yorubas' achievements and progress of Yoruba here in the United States. So, Attorney Abbas, Mr. Oyekanmi, Attorney Abbas is calling. He's from Nigeria. He's calling in from Nigeria. He calls in from the show from Nigeria to contribute once in a while. So, Attorney Abbas, I wanted to give you an opportunity to say 1 or 2 things before you leave us.
Good evening, Attorney Abbas.
Yeah, hello.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you, my brother. Yeah, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
I'm going to be apologizing because I had to exit another Zoom meeting after my World Congress that is taking place, an annual convention in US. So I had to exit myself. Yes. Just to say, well, we must appreciate one another and every effort that we all can make to ensure that we help Nigeria to come out of, its embryo. We must commend every effort. The honest truth, like I've always said, there is a labor pang that is ongoing. It's like a woman that is about to give birth to a new nation. There's a conflict. The baby wants to come out. The mother doesn't want the discomfort. The old order, they like the status quo, the poverty, the impoverishment, the disenfranchisement. There are people that are benefiting from it. And those who are connected, to global best practices, just simply know that this country can't continue like this. They've invited me to several TV stations, and I told them I'm on sabbatical because I discovered that sometimes when you are making comment, you discover that the producer or the moderator will be trying to moderate what you are saying. And I said, I didn't come here I'm not a member of any political party. I'm just a Nigerian who is passionate about the evolution of a decent society that will allow my potential to thrive, the potential of my children and great-grandchildren to thrive. I don't want an environment that is acidic in nature, that constantly, destroy people's potential and all the rest of them. So we must keep talking and keep talking. The beauty of it all is that I said, deep down, is an ideal of what ought to be. And what we are saying does not correlate with the vision that each and every one of us have. A society that is equal, where there's equity, inclusiveness. I'm intelligent. I want to go to school. I should have the opportunity to read to whatever level I want to read. I don't want a situation where my child will be made to score 240. And another child in the same society will be made to score 10. And they will get admission to the same university. When they graduate, my child will have a first class and somebody will have a third class. And the third class will be employed in the same country. And you want me to admit that that country is equal? No, it is not. We want to remain as a united nation, but at the same time, there must be rules and regulations. There must be terms and conditions. As big and as civilized as US is, Joe Biden cannot go to California and dictate to the governor what he ought to be doing in California. That's federalism. Let people grow and run at their own pace. If I want to run at 1,000 kilometers per hour, for God's sake, if you do not have the capacity to run at that speed, don't tie a rope to my leg and say, I must wait for you compulsorily. We are stagnant. People are trying to tell us to admit that donkey is the best form of transportation in the 21st century. At this time, you try to tell them that no, knowledge has revealed that there are better modes of transportation. They look at you as an enemy of the state. But whether they like it or not, we must go back to the table to talk on how Nigeria must be governed. Let me finally, as I exit, I have always believed that there must be a partnership between the progressive locally and the progressives in diaspora. It's a war, but the war can be intellectual, it can be democratic, it can be civil, it can be moral, it can be decent. We do not have to carry arms, but we can, with sophisticated argument, convince people about the need for us to tinker with the structure that we are running. Because the present structure, like I said the other last time, is like an aircraft whose mechanical and electrical apparatus are packed up, and the pilot is bellowing into the microphone to say, fasten your seatbelt, everything is well. No, there's nothing that is well with Nigeria. We must restructure Nigeria. We must land this aircraft called Nigeria, fix our problem before we can fly very high. God bless you all. God will take us to the promised land. Thank you.
Are you exiting now? Anthony, are you?
In the next, probably I'll just listen to one or two other comments and then maybe in another 10-15 minutes.
All right. I just have this to add a little bit because I've listened. I've heard what you said, and what you said is very, very correct. However, one thing I've always preached is to have a system in place before having people to run the system. I think most of the time we put the cart before the horse. We have the people, and then we now ask them to create a system around it, and then they now circumvent that system to benefit them, and before you know, everything is in shambles. So I see that most of these things you have advocated has been some of the things that from time immemorial we know that has been plaguing our society. And you mentioned restructuring. That's why I really believe that by the time the structure, even America that we are here, I always tell them the simple the simple system in place is the red light. No matter how much you are in haste, the red light says stop, you have to stop. If not, you get a ticket. And it doesn't care who you are. It's a system that was built, and all of us now continue to abide by the system. And the system catches up with us, and then we improve on the system. But in Nigeria, that is the problem we have. The last time I came to Nigeria, I went to the Murtala Mohammed local airport, and just to wait till I catch my flight at the international scene. And I love the parking lot there, very similar to what we have here. However, I was just saying, this is great, whatever we want. Then as we were exiting, because when we were coming in, the sensor picked the car, and it opened, and then we drove in, we parked the cab. However, when we were moving out to go catch the flight, at the final point of exit, there was a man staying there. I said, oh my God, see how good this system is. This man, the position here, is going to now make the whole money that this system is trying to. So they just put somebody there who is now asking for whatever we want. So that is the problem. That's the problem I think I have with that's why we're always having the status quo. I don't know what you have to say about that.
The challenge we have, I must tell you, institutions do not build themselves. Structures do not build themselves. I read somewhere where a man said, institutions are nothing but the extended shadows of men. Now, this is what I'm trying to see. Institutions are built by men. So how do you build strong institutions? You simply pick men with ethical values to preside over institutions and allow them to allow the culture of excellence, integrity, ethics to permeate the entire structure. And you allow such people to mentor successors. Let me give you a typical example. NAFDAC in Nigeria was existing before the arrival of Dora Akunyili.
Yeah.
That institution did not buy new equipment, did not employ new staff when Akunyili took over a moribund institution. But because she is a person of excellence, a person of integrity, a person of very high ethical standard, she came and infused those values into NAFDAC. And that NAFDAC, like a dead horse, all of a sudden came alive and even became a consultant to Western nations on how to fight counterfeiting. She got the award she got were numerous and uncountable because somebody came and said, look, I won't brook that nonsense. All these companies, I came here to serve. What we should have done was to have allowed that woman to have run 2 tenure of 4 years of about 8 years and allow her having presided over an excellent or having resuscitated a moribund institution, allow her to tell us, who do you think among your subordinates have the same spirit, have the same passion, have the same philosophy and ideology? Give us 2 of your best men that can take over from you, because such a woman definitely will know a subordinate that will fit into her shoe. We should have allowed her to prescribe who succeed her. By the time you have such succession, 2, 3, 4, 5 successions, that institution would have been so molded that if anybody else or a chief executive officer that does not imbibe the culture of that institution, the institution will of its own accord vomit the person and exit. Now, you see, USA, I read somewhere, your system is so structured that it can actually frustrate the most competent president in the whole world. But the system is also so rigid that it will not allow an idiot to continue for too long in the system.
Yep.
No matter how brilliant Obama, He had so many visions. He had so many ideas. He was so passionate. But the system is so modulated that sometimes if we look at you and say, yes, we know you have so much passion, but we have to scrutinize you with all this your idea. Calm down, my friend, be calming down. In your lifetime, there will be problem. Before you were born, there will be problem. After you are gone, there will be problem. So you can't solve all the problem. Relax. Do the best you can do within 8 years and go. That's the system. It can frustrate even the most competent president, but at the same time, it has the capacity to ensure that an idiot will not continue in office for too long. That's what we need in Nigeria. Let me give you another example. EFCC. Nuhu Ribadu came, a very young, brilliant officer who went after his own immediate boss, Balogun, who was corrupt, monumentally corrupt, and irredeemably corrupt. Showed him the way out. But you know what happened? Immediately Obasanjo left and Yar'Adua came in. The Delta man, Ibori, became very close to the corridors of power. They even went as far as bribing Nuhu Ribadu with about $50 million. He refused. Guess what happened? They went after him. They almost assassinated him. Not only that, they almost assassinated him, they removed him from being the chairman of EFCC. Yeah. They sent him to school. He went to school. They went to his school to abduct him in a military institution, in a secure environment. They almost pulled him out of the class and take him out to where they could have assassinated him. Because we do not have the political will to allow men of ethics, men of strong value system to preside over. Immediately you are a threat to them. They take you out of circulation. That's the problem we have. Until we have men in leadership position who have the political will to say, give me the best brain and let me allow them to preside over an institution like the police. Build a police that is not compromised. Men and women of integrity who will serve with integrity, not men that have bribed their way across or who were promoted and their seniors had to be retired, who were brought in because of their tribal connection, their religious connection. Until we have that environment where you employ the services of an Ahmed Dada Abbas to preside over an institution, and you will not teleguide me. You will not tell me who to favor and who not to favor. And that when I have served with integrity and I have transformed the institution and I've impacted the community, I've added value. I brought so much value on board. When I'm about to step out, you look at me and say, you've done very well. Who in this your 5 years or 8 years of serving in this capacity do you think has imbibed a kind of value system you espouse? Bring him forward to take over this institution to the next level. Until we have that kind of environment, we are not going anywhere. Thank you and God bless you all.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Anthony Abbas. It's more of continuity. You know, it has to continue. Like he rightly said, if Miss A is leaving, Miss A would know Mr. B or C or D that I believe can step into my shoes, that they can be put forward. But you know, again, all these things are political. They're political appointments.
Exactly.
We will put people in places that will do their biddings and do what
Exactly.
they want. So at some point, we have to put politics aside. It's like what is happening in the United States now with the coronavirus. We have to put politics aside and face reality and get things done. You know, whoever is the shoe fits, let them wear it and do what they're supposed to do. And when they're about to take that shoe out, let them choose who should wear that shoe. That's pretty much what, you know, all those kind of things will help. But it's very refreshing to see Yoruba Alliance coming in, you know, regardless, irrespective of all the stuff that's going on around Nigeria, you know, separation, I'm going my way, we're going our way. You're bringing everybody together to, you know, let's all calm down, come together on August 14, 2021, you know, and enjoy ourselves, and have a cookout, have a picnic, have something together, and then leave all these problems aside. Because like the attorney rightly said, these problems will always be there. But that does not mean that we will not attack them. That doesn't mean that we will not find solutions to them.
Absolutely.
Always be. So let's make time out to relax, to enjoy ourselves and have fun. You know, because every how do they say the word? If you're hardworking and if you're hardworking and you don't play, you crash. So
yes, all work and no play make Jack a dull boy.
Make Jack a dull boy. Exactly. So I would want for you to give us the Mr. Oyekomi,
information,
the address of the place, what time it's starting, what we should expect when we come there, and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's actually at the ground of Great Samaritan Lutheran Church. Is on Greenbelt Road, and the address actually is on most of the, because the flyer is all over the place, and the exact address is 10110 Greenbelt Road. That's in Lanham, Maryland. It's just beside the Navy Federal Credit Union. So, and so the outside there, that's where it's an outside event, you know. On the one other great thing we are going to be doing this time around, we are very, very heavy on medical. There will be a lot of health screening. We have about 4 different doctors on site. As a matter of fact, there will be lots and lots of freebies, including glasses, eyeglasses. And I'm not talking of just glasses you can pick at the dollar store. We're talking of designer glasses. And I'm not kidding about that.
So if I come there, I'm going to get one and change this one that I'm wearing.
Absolutely.
Oh,
I can, yes. I mean, it depends on what time you come, because it's not going to be like, stay there. But it's not just for everybody. It's for those who wear glasses, of course.
Okay.
Right. So, yeah, they are reading glasses and so on. Yes. And so we have a lot of them. Like today, I just had a meeting not quite long with Dr. Ojo, who is a mental health medical doctor. He has just given us some profiles, and unfortunately, she will not be there, but she has given us a lot of flyers and every other thing that people can read towards it. But then, most of our people, we have this hepatitis B and C problem. So we are lucky to have HBC from DC. They're going to be having tests for this. And I'm talking of real tests, drawing your blood and everything, and it's free. So they're going to be working for 4 hours. So we're trying to, so tomorrow all of us will be at the site just to be able to see where each and every one, because there will be normal blood pressure tests and all those, and then there will be dental supplies too that will be given, free brushes and all those stuff. So, I mean, there's a lot that is going to happen on that area also. And there will be a lot of people who will come to showcase their product, because the idea is that we have 3 levels of sponsor. You know, this event is costing us more than $10,000 just to stage it. So the way we fund this project is that we have 3 levels of sponsorship. We have the gold, silver, and bronze. And the gold, silver are those who are willing to showcase their product, to create awareness, and of course to help the alliance. And then at the payment of $750, they will be given a stand on that day. If they have a tangible product, they can sell. If they have services, they can reach out to numerous people that will be attending that day. And for $500, they can have also a display booth with a 1/4-page ad in the brochure that we are making. Meanwhile, the $750 attracts a full-page ad, 10 copies of the brochure, a letter of recognition, and a display booth. Every other thing comes through with the $500, except that it's a 1/4-page ad. And then, of course, the $250, which is the bronze, attracts a 1/4-page ad, and of course, a display booth. So a lot of people have been, keen into this. Those who are we have food vendors who will come and sell that day. We have some in the real estate. And we have some who don't have a product, but they just come in that day, hang out, and then, tell people about what they do. So the idea is just to have people come in and, increase their market share of their product or services and get our people to be successful in whatever they are doing. So that's what we are going to do. And it's more, you just mentioned it. that was what we were saddled with when somebody asked me a question about what the problem that is going on. Of course, and I told him, we'll still have agitation, but amidst agitation, we should also have celebration, right? Because, I mean, if somebody is coming to the US for the first time and all you are showcasing is how many people were killed in Southeast every day, that's not what defines America. That's not what defines even Washington, D.C. Right. We are better than that. So we need to celebrate success. We need to celebrate ourselves. We need to showcase what we are made of. Because after agitation, you want to celebrate. Agitation will continue. But that doesn't mean that you now, try to, pause the other thing that you are made of. Even when you are celebrating and somebody who just wants to have a sympathy, you say, these people that are full of all this life, all these successes, they must have reasons why they are aggravating. I mean, how they are agitating. So that even sells you better in the stage, in the political stage. So that's why I told people that, no, don't, because of if you are sad all the time, you look sad, and you are not even going to attract. Nobody wants to play with or get attracted to somebody who's, 24/7 sad. You understand? So that's why we are also celebrating this time around.
Yes, Mr. Okobi, thank you so much. But I wanted to also, you see, it's been all men. It's been masculine. But we have a queen. So we usually bring our queen out at the, when all the men are out. So I also want to acknowledge the presence of the queen. The queen is here. She just joined us not too long ago. Queen, how you doing?
I'm good. Good evening. I'm sorry. I apologize really because I'm in a function. I have somewhere to attend today. It's somebody's 75th birthday and I'm covering the event. So I took an excuse. I'm so sorry I couldn't show my face. I welcome you, although Mr. Rotimi, you're on your way out. Well, I appreciate the good work you're doing. May God continue to bless you and, continue to be with the alliance that you guys are working on. I wish I'll be there tomorrow. I don't mind to be there. I think you should give us a special invitation, the gang of African Voices Radio, to come and, grace the occasion.
It's on the 14th.
I do. Okay.
It's on the 14th, though.
On the 14th. Okay.
Yes.
I thought it's
I do have a question for you.
Okay, on the 14th. We will be there. I will be there personally with my guys. We'll be there. Thank you so much for coming on our program, and we wish to see you more often.
Yes, thank you very much. And do I know the outfit you're talking about? If I may.
Sorry?
The platform you're talking about. You said you wish.
No, African Voices Radio, that you should invite us personally to come.
Okay, you're talking of African Voice. Okay, gotcha.
Yes.
Yes, of course.
I have a question. Okay.
Yes, Mr. Charles.
Okay, Mr. Rotimi. Yes. If I heard you correctly, this coming event is not only the picnic alone for eating hot dog and all that. There's gonna be what do you call a medical mission. It's gonna be a trade show by some of the sponsors. Well, that's gonna be there. So, what is is there any ticket involved, or and then if it's ticket involved, how do you go about getting one? On what do people need to do? The ones that wants to attend this show, because I guarantee you, like you said, you guys always get about 5,000, 3 to some thousand people coming. So our listeners out there that wants to be there, what do they need to do? You've given us the address. Do we have to go online to register or whatever?
No. They just come as you are, because I mean it's an open air event. It's yes, there will be at least more than 20-something musicians on stage. So one after the other, yes, they will go to perform one, and then there will be cultural dancers. Because we see we are fascinated with most of our children who have not even traveled to Nigeria, but speak our language, dress, and project our culture. So we have 2 people that are taking care of the youths that will be performing that day in different cultures. Most of these people have not even traveled to Nigeria for one day. So they will be there. Then we also have some fashion parade from
there you
those.
go.
Yes, some people will have in fashion parade. There'll be people who will teach people how to do the headgear. There'll be a competition on that area. Then there'll be raffle draw. There will also be some competitions, from just fun fair. Then the children, because it's also a family day, the children will have their own section, because there will be moon bounce, there will be clown and all those things at their own session where they can interact. Then there'll be suya sports, there'll be, drinks outside, there'll be, in Okobi, because...
Now you got me. now you got me.
There's no picnic. I told people picnic is not complete without Isewu and Okobi. That must be fully there. And I've told my very good friend Pascal, who is the director.
Okay, Pascal.
To be there live and direct. He's always attending our functions, and I'm a very good friend of him. And I told him, don't bring rice and all those stuff, because there's Queensway is coming with that. You just specialize in Isewu and Okobi, and then that's it. Wow. And your life will never remain the same again.
I mean, this could be a good experience for Americans. That they are listen. You got to come and see this. More or less, we are showcasing African culture.
Absolutely, yes.
So this is going to be very good for all Americans. I mean, people that live in this country. Even if you're not from Nigeria, this is going to be a very good, because that's everything that you just stated. That's something I've been waiting to hear. These are cultural stuff. The music, the fashion show, the hairdressing, and all. This is going to be as cultural as Africa can be.
Absolutely,
especially Nigeria. Yes,
and that's why I don't know how your outfit, because everything is just about us. So if your outfit comes in, for example, it's a great way to also help project this thing, because we can have different interviews after the event, how people feel about it and so on. So I don't know how you operate really, but it's an open invitation. Honestly, if you want to, I will be very glad to welcome you and give you a spotlight on that day.
Okay,
yes.
Great.
So we can talk about that after this, and then we know how to incorporate you in the program.
Great, wonderful.
Hey, Jason, are you there?
So I would reach out to you at the end of the program or sometime during the week, and we'll see what.
Okay, perfect.
That occasion. It's a great occasion anyway. We're just going to add to it to make it
absolutely
right.
I noticed all this while we've been talking, my brother Charles has just been swallowing his spit. As soon as you mention Okobi and this,
I saw his.
When can you hear that? No. The thing is,
so
I'm very glad that Rhythmi was able to tell us more about this in detail.
Yes.
Even now I'm talking. Jason got to be there. This is something that will be coordinated, like Tunde said. We're gonna bring our American friends also. So that they can attend this and see a little part of the culture that we've been trying to showcase on this show.
Absolutely.
I know, like Tunde said, trust him, he will take care of this.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And I'm here, and I heard everything you said, so I'm here.
So Jason.
Jason, we gotta put this on the airwave for Americans to attend.
Yes.
Yeah, if there's a way you can also project it, then I will love it, because because you want to learn, you can learn firsthand the culture and everything right there, and we are expecting even more people, like from what I'm getting from those who are not even Ethiopians are going to be in their numbers. Jamaicans are also, so it's for everybody.
Great. I just wanted to find out, I know you're going to have a lot of medical people and all that stuff over there. Is there going to be any COVID testing or vaccination?
No, we're not. It's going to just be, like I told you, the hepatitis B and C. There will be a test. That's the test that will be there. Then there will be other tests. They wanted to have a prostate test, but later I think But it's tomorrow that I'm going to get a clear picture, because all the stakeholders in that field will be assembling at the site to see how. Yes.
Great. Well, I can assure you that on this show until the 14th, we'll continue to put it out there so that people are reminded and people are aware, so that our listeners and viewers, can also come and participate in it. The more the merrier. That's what they say.
Absolutely.
So we'll do the best we can. I promise you that I will mention it on every show until the 14th. And then we'll talk after the show and see how things can go. What you want us to do and how we can participate. So that's wonderful. Thank you so much for coming on our show, Oyekomi.
Thank you
for having you. And then feel free to come at any time if you guys have something going on and you have my number. Just hit the digit. Feel free to come and then we have you on and we'll talk about it. Thank you so much. It was very refreshing having you.
It is. Thank you very much. I appreciate you all. And Obikwe, make sure you are there, because because of you now. I'll tell Pascal.
I will be there definitely. We're all going to go together.
But check, it's a Saturday, right? Is it a Saturday?
Yeah, it's a Saturday. It's a Saturday. Yes.
So we'll do the show from there on Saturday.
Oh, sure.
So we run the show from there.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
We'll arrange a spotlight for you. We'll arrange a spotlight for you.
Yes. Right, just one corner with a table. They can run the show from there.
Yes. So when you talk to me, let me know what and where you want, so that we can. You understand? Because the ambassador will be there.
Okay, wonderful.
The ambassador will be there to flag it off, and we are thinking the Alsa Brook is invited to, unless maybe she's going to send a technical delegate. I don't know. That's the Prince George County executive.
Okay.
So there will be one or two people that would need you, really, because the election is coming up. We have a lady running for delegate, and she wants to also use that platform to make a shout out to some few people that were supporting her. So these are some, So anything that has to do with our own week, and we are ready to promote it on that.
So they got to come with your microphone, Tunde, so you can talk to few people. Just like when we did the answer, the answer, and it was very good. We did an answer, in Baltimore. It was very good. It probably will be something like that. I mean, probably you might have some people that you're gonna corner to ask some questions.
Exactly, something like that. Yes.
No problem. We'll talk after the show.
All right. Thank you. I appreciate you.
Have a good
day. Thanks for coming.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Thank you. I'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
So as the show continues, we're expecting Mr. Kola Ogunkoya, but Mr. Ogunkoya apparently seems like he's not going to be able to make it. Mr. Ogunkoya is opening up a new entertainment center tomorrow in Lagos, Nigeria at Lekki. It's going to be called the Bedu Music Center. Bedu Music Center. Mr. Ogunkoya is an instrumentalist. He plays the saxophone, he plays the piano, and he sings. So if you're around Lagos tomorrow, check him out at Lekki Music Center is going to be open. I'm sorry, Bedu Music Center is going to be open tomorrow. It's at Lekki in Lagos. I want to say huge congratulations to Mr. Kola Ogunkoya for this opening of this center that is opening. It's a place that's going to promote African and Nigerian music and also African arts. Knowing Mr. Ogunkoya is a very talented musician. He has done a lot of work, for himself and for other musicians as well. So good luck, brother. Keep shining. We'll do the best we can for you at any time. Thank you so much. So on that note, I want to, say that we've come to the end of the program. I want to, Brother Chap, we have some time. You want to say a few words before we go?
Just to the gentleman that is opening a restaurant, just like you said, I've seen his agenda. He has a lot of celebrities lined up for this, and I think it's gonna get him busy rounding up things tonight.
Yes.
That's probably. I know he wants to join, like he rightly told us, but unfortunately, you can see a club that big. A lot of work needs to be done tonight before it opens tomorrow. So, we'll get him next time. I'm sure he's gonna come on board next week.
Yes, I'm gonna try to get him in next week. I'm sure he's busy because the place opens up tomorrow, so he's busy tightening.
We'll wish him good luck.
Yes. And Queen. Is the Queen still here? Yes, she is.
She's still, but she's muted.
Can you unmute yourself, Queen?
It looked like Queen dropped off.
Oh, she dropped off? Okay.
Yeah,
But she's
I don't see her in the queue. I don't see her.
And, David Adodo himself could not make it to the show today. He's hanging out with his friend, Dr. Egbeyemi, who's visiting the United States. So they're hanging out, and for that reason, he cannot make it here. I'm trying to see if I can get Egbeyemi to come on the show before he leaves for Nigeria. We'll see how that goes. It'll be interesting to ask a few questions and see what his perspectives are on Nigeria and the political situation right now. So on that note, my name is Tunde Phillips. I want to say thank you, everybody, for participating. To our guests, I say a huge thank you for coming on the show. And please, guys, don't forget, August 14, 2021, Yoruba Alliance Picnic. It's going to be on Greenbelt Road. It's going to be on the Grace Lutheran Church ground, I think she said, on Greenbelt Road. So please, please, please participate. Be there. It's free. You're going to have free food. You're going to have free freebies. You're going to have, health check and all that kind of stuff. So it's a whole lot of stuff, and everything is free. Just come out, be merry. And while you're coming, if you're vaccinated or not vaccinated, put a mask on. Let's put a mask on. We cannot be preaching.
Tunde will be there screening those that are vaccinated and those that are, and he has his machine too to tell. Yeah. So be very careful.
So please put your mask on when you're coming, so that we don't do a super spreader event and stuff like that. So please put your mask on, and then be cautious while you're there. So on that note,
I don't know. We might need to bring bodyguards for that one. You start engaging people that way. Some people will fight
you. Like I said before, he has the machine to know whether you're vaccinated or not.
Exactly.
That I know he does.
Exactly. So that's what we're going to do. So on that note, ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end of this program. Thank you for participating. We look forward to having you guys again. Next week, we'll have another interesting guest on the show. Thank you for supporting this show. Thank you for being part of the show. Please be safe. Wash your hands. Mask up. Mask up. Mask up. And get your vaccine. Those are the keys to staying alive. Those are the keys to keeping COVID. Thank you very much for being part of the show. Have a good evening. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Mr. T. Thanks, Mr. Charles.
Oh, that was
good job, guys. Good job.
Yeah, goes the girl.
My African legs have gone front to you. Whether you come here to break dance, I mean you come here to shake hands. You come here to make plans. Never would it reach as motherland. Whether you come here to rock with me, I be not to find good, everything they ever would it reach as motherland. Anywhere you go, London, USA, nowhere be like Africa, nowhere be like home. Anywhere you go, New York, Chicago, nowhere be like Africa, nowhere be like home. Biko eruya wayo, wayaka, karibu kiki, utapewa nini, ayayaya weruya wayo, wayaka, karibu kiki, utapewa nini.
My African artists will love you. This my African arms, they will squeeze you. Yeah. My African ears will listen to you. My Kenyan legs will run to you. Yeah. Now come on, umekuja ku break down. Umekuja ku get down. Umekuja ku take chance. Hakuna matata kama umekuja kulipa kupiga densi hapo ulipo kata kiuno. Anywhere you go, London, USA, nowhere be like Africa, nowhere be like home. Anywhere you go,
Nowhere be like Africa, and nowhere will you find a better program than African Voices Radio, the David Adodo Show, coming to you live and direct each and every Saturday at 8 p.m. Nigerian time, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in America. We thank you for tuning in. If you'd like to reach out to us, please, we'd love to hear from you. You can send us an email to africanvoicesradio@gmail.com. That is africanvoicesradio@gmail.com. Also, if you'd like to submit a music, Afrobeats music that you may have produced, we are welcoming all submissions. So please reach out to us as well. Make sure you send us a link to your bio as well as your MP3 for your music to be featured on our program. Until next week, family, be blessed. Make sure you wash your hands, be safe, practice social distancing, and remember to go get that vaccination. The life you save may be your own. And again, until next week, family, be blessed.